All right, it's Sunday, which means there's barking dogs and recipes. When dog's barking, I'm gonna make a recipe. This is literally something that I eat every single day. My weekday meal for my one meal a day, it changes from time to time. Sometimes when I first started off in keto and I got bad blood results and I went on this diet, I was just eating steamed broccoli and chicken. That was it. And then over time, change things up, move it around, embrace different recipes, but I've kind of zoned in. I call it a frittata, even though there's no like carb-based crust. The things you're gonna need. I would recommend a food processor, which I don't know why they put the sticky suction cups, but food processor. You need a silicone mat, a pie pan, whatever the hell this thing is. You can use a loaf, whatever. I put this on top of a baking sheet. The silicone one works out really nicely. So this is what I recommend you have. We're gonna go through this recipe. These are the things you're gonna need outside of the food processor and the silicone pie pan or whatever it is you wanna bake this thing in. Preheat your oven to 350 degrees. Go do it now. I already did. But these are the things you're gonna need. You're gonna need your protein of choice. Sometimes this protein is ground beef. This is ground beef. This is a half a pound of ground beef. Sometimes I use ground sausage. Sometimes I use chicken. It's whatever I'm in the mood for. This is the one major variable that I change up. Sometimes I have like mushrooms and other vegetables or broccoli left over from something else that I cooked. I'll throw this in there. The point is, this is super malleable, this is super variable, but at the end of the day, this is gonna be an egg-based frittata type thing. And you put a meat in there, you put different kinds of meats in there. That's where you can get some variability. I use a full carton of egg whites. Now, when I say carton, I mean the 16-ounce carton, the small carton. This is about 250 calories. I've used about 2 eggs worth out of here, so it's a little bit less, but I'm gonna fill that with, I usually have 1 full egg. And again, this is about 3 tablespoons here. I'm gonna use the container because it's just about done. We're gonna use 2 tablespoons of cottage cheese to thicken it up. Now, this is where you can get some variability in your recipe. This one I'm gonna call a bacon cheeseburger recipe. I have bacon bits, I have shredded Parmesan cheese, and I'm also, and I know this is sacrilege, but I thought it looked cool and I actually like it. I have turkey pepperoni. I'm gonna put that on top like a pizza. It's extra flavor, extra protein, and it looks nice. I like to put some of the garlic chili sauce in here, a couple tablespoons of that. I think it just adds, it doesn't add like a lot of heat in aggregate, but it just gives a little bit of extra flavor. So we're gonna do all the things, right? There's nothing magical about this. The other things you would wanna put in here is salt, garlic powder, onion powder. I also have like a poultry seasoning that I'm gonna throw in here. So how do I start this off? Cottage cheese. This thing is practically empty. There's not even a half of a tablespoon of cottage cheese in here. We're just gonna toss this in. I'm gonna have a lot of things to throw out in this particular iteration of the recipe, but usually there's always like leftover stuff. There's gonna be a lot of trash here. So, realistically, 2 tablespoons of the cottage cheese. So 2 tablespoons of cottage cheese, by the way. Well, it's like a half a cup. I feel like 2 healthy tablespoons of cottage cheese, that equals about a half a cup. And that's 90 calories. And you're looking at 4 carbohydrates. This recipe, I cut it in half. This is my one meal a day. When it comes out of the tray, I slice it in half and I put the other half and then I eat it the next night. Basically, the serving sizes are cut in half. Usually what I'll do is I'll cook a pound of ground beef or whatever my meat of choice is that week. And I split that in half and then I put half into this particular, into this recipe, and then I save the other half for later in the week, and I do the same exact thing. I used to do scrambled eggs or make an omelet every day, but this is so much easier to do meal prep with. It's effectively the same thing. The only real added ingredient that I have is the cottage cheese. I added the cottage cheese because I've been focusing more on the egg whites. So it needed something. It was a little too thin. Again, this is ever so slightly less than a full carton because like I used it for another recipe. I'm gonna pour the entire thing in. This is 250 calories, or I would say this is probably 200 to 210 calories, but I'm using the remainder of the carton. Just so you know, one serving of 3 tablespoons is 25 calories. 3 tablespoons of the whole eggs is 70 calories. That's not 3 tablespoons, by the way. No way is that 3 tablespoons. But these are all done. I do have an extra carton of whole eggs, but I'm not going to use it. I put extra cottage cheese in, so that'll all level out. I'm going to throw a couple of these bacon bits in now, but I'm going to put them in at the end. So just a little bit of seasoning in here. I'm going to tap in, again, I would say 2 tablespoons of this, but I'm going to probably put a little bit more for me. And that is the garlic chili, which, by the way, 0 calories, 0 carbohydrates, or less than 1 carbohydrate. So there might be like a half a carb floating around in here. Mostly sodium. So if sodium's your jam, you might want to pay attention to that. This is the poultry seasoning that I was mentioning. Toss a little bit of that in there. I just think that's just a good blend of spices. If you don't have it, you know, you could just put in, I always say a little bit of onion powder. I was gonna say garlic powder, and I do have garlic powder, but remember, I just put in a bunch of garlic from the garlic chili sauce, but I'll put a little extra garlic powder in here. Pinch of salt, and I do mean a pinch of salt in this one. You don't need to go crazy because the garlic chili sauce has salt as well, so you don't have to go crazy. And what I like to do is I have this grated Parmesan cheese. I'm gonna finish this off at the top too, but I like to put some into the blend so it mixes up a little bit better. You can see we're really going crazy with the measurements here. That was probably 2 tablespoons of grated cheese. Okay, we're gonna blend this. For those of you who don't like the sound of blending and sensitive to noises, maybe tune this part out, or maybe I'll quicken it up, I don't know. I'm gonna just let this run on low until it finishes. Okay, done food processing. Take the blade out. This is a little bit less than a half a pound of ground beef. I cooked this earlier because the other half I put into one of these. Like I said, I make 2 of these a week, which is 4 meals for me. I'm just gonna spread out the ground beef at the bottom of this. It's gonna sink anyway. Then I'm going to take this and just pour it in. Now, what am I gonna do? I'm gonna take the rest of this cheese. Well, first I'm gonna put the bacon on, then I'm gonna put most of the cheese, I'm gonna put the pepperoni in, and then I'm gonna finish it off with a little bit more cheese. So just sprinkle the bacon bits in, and again, there were some bacon bits already mixed into the batter, or whatever you wanna call it, into the eggs. I'm just doing a light coating and sprinkling. I'm not putting a lot in here. I'm just trying to get maximum coverage for flavor. All right, then I'm gonna put some more cheese on top, little sprinkles. Now I'm gonna get the turkey pepperoni. You can use normal pepperoni if you want. I just use this. I have it. I'm gonna move it around the frittata, which has no crust, which I don't know. There's probably a more formal name for what this is probably should be called. So you can let me know in the comments. Okay, I use 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I use 10 pieces of turkey pepperoni. Now I'm gonna dust that with a little bit more cheese. And again, this is just to make it look kind of pretty and nice and complete. All right, there wasn't much to that bag left. I'm gonna steal the camera so you can see what it looks like. This is what it looks like, all uncooked. I also forgot to mention we are gonna put this in the oven for 35 to 40 minutes. Keep an eye on it based on how your oven goes. But yeah, 35 to 40 minutes to come out real nice. So we're gonna put it in the oven. "40 minutes, then you're gonna have dinner." This was super easy, right? Now you just gotta wash this stuff up. So while that's baking, I'm gonna clean the food processor, clean up all the ingredients and put them back in the fridge. And 40 minutes, dinner's done. You'll have dinner for 2 nights if you're eating for 1. If you're cooking for a family of 4 and you're eating multiple meals a day, cut it in quarters. There you go. That'll feed everybody. Delicious. I'll be back in 40. It has been 40 minutes, so we are going to take the frittata out of the oven. I'm gonna put it on this. Playing with fire here, but warm pan, but it looks beautiful. It will deflate once it's sort of settled. So we'll leave this to sit for about a half hour, and then I will cut it apart because again, I'm not actually eating this one today, but again, for the sake of interneting, this is my cheeseburger, bacon cheeseburger frittata, keto style. And I put a little guacamole and hot sauce on it, and it's delicious. So like I said, this is a great plan ahead meal. You can use this for a couple of days. And it's very filling. It's very easy to make, as you can see, right? Throw a bunch of stuff in a food processor, blend it up, throw it in the oven for a half hour, you're done. Anyway, if you have any questions about this bacon cheeseburger frittata, please ask questions in the section below. I will use my ChatGPT friend to put all the macros in. But, typically a pound of beef. This was 93% lean, by the way. I should have said that. But I change it up from, sometimes it's 80, sometimes it's 90, sometimes this one I know it was 93. So that's probably about 650 to 700 calories for the pound. So again, then I take half of that. So, again, we'll just say for the sake of this conversation, it's 350 to 400 calories, and I'm only eating half of that. The eggs were 200 calories, 270, so that's 500. The cheese, assume 100 calories per the serving. So, a half of this is probably 600 to 700 calories. And again, I'll figure out all the protein and all the other stuff, but just do what you want with that. So, for half, right, and then again, I put the guacamole on it, which is, how many calories for guacamole? 2 tablespoons is 50 calories. All right, so let's say it's probably somewhere between 750 and 800 calories for a half of this thing. So if you cut it 4 ways, 400 calories for a piece. And again, if you're eating multiple meals a day, that would be perfectly fine. But if this is the only meal of the day, I would recommend eating half of it. I hope that you like it. I like this. This is what gets me by. And like I said, this is easier than like every day scrambling the eggs or making an omelet. I can do this, and like I said, I gotta make this twice. It's easier to do in the blender, and then then I have the meals set. So thank you for watching this. Again, I highly recommend that you like, comment, subscribe, do all those things, because why not? And, but again, more so than anything else, if there's some information that I could share with you to help you along on your journey or to help increase engagement for this type of recipe to help other people, Put your questions and your suggestions in the comments below. Have a great day.